welcome back to another mat Pilates class with TriCore. Got a nice little core focus set in the beginning, moving into upper body, and then finishing with some standing lower body work today. You don't need any accessories, just you and your mat. When you're ready, we're gonna start laying down. So bring it all the way down. Laying down on your back. Take a moment, just lengthen your legs in one direction. Reaching through your heels. And lengthen through your fingertips as you reach the arms overhead. And just start to take a little reach. Maybe reach through the right heel and the right fingertips. Back through center, left heel, left fingertips. Back through center. One more time on each side. Just create a little bit of length. Trying to hollow out through the armpits. And then once you go side to side, let's take one reach. Fingertips reach in one direction. Heels reach in the other, a little flex in the foot. Imagine somebody just grabbing your ankles, grabbing your wrists, and pulling you apart. Opposite directions, a little bit of length in that spine. Tuck through the chin. 3, reach 2, reach 1. Bring those arms down, just like you're making a little snow angel. And let's bring our knees just into a bent position. Your feet are flat on the floor. Perfect. Fingertips are gonna reach just up to the ceiling. So we're gonna build into this core work, kind of treating it almost like a warm-up. Shoulders down and back. Now we've got a lot of space at the neck. We're gonna take a big inhale, and on the exhale, a little spinal flexion. We peel up through the head, neck, and shoulders, just reaching the fingertips to the knees, finding that diagonal, and then rolling back down. So it's less momentum from the arms, from the neck, from the shoulders, and just more of a peel up through the spine, a squeeze, ribs to hips. Roll down. Think about lengthening through the spine, placing each vertebrae back down. Reach. Create a lot of space around your neck. You've got 4 more. Beautiful. 3. Excellent work, guys. 2. Focus on that squeeze in the middle. And on your last one, we're gonna hold it. Peel it up, hold. Finding that long diagonal through the fingertips. Shoulders are off the mat. We're gonna lift the right leg, lift the left leg. You're in tabletop, connect your hands through center. Little pulses forward. Just that little squeeze in the low belly. Tiny tuck in your chin just so we're looking toward the knees or lower. We pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Arms go out to your sides just for a little bit of stability. Tap the right heel down. Center. Left. Center. Nice steady breath here. You can exhale when you pull that leg up if you'd like. Otherwise, we just find that little steady pace. Strong inhales, strong exhales. Every time we exhale, pulling that navel up and in. Tap, lift, tap, lift. If it's too much, head comes down. 1 more on each side. We take a little break. Take it out of your neck, bring it into that core, and bring your feet down. Bring your head down. Just a gentle rock, side to side. Awesome. So like I said, nice targeted core work today. Next movement, we're gonna find our full sit-up. So reaching your arms back behind you, feet are flat on the floor. We're gonna bring the arms up, thumbs over the armpits, and then we start to exhale, reach. Sit it up, balancing on that tailbone up to the ceiling. Slowly lower down when the hands are over your shoulders. We then bring them behind us. Paying attention to what that rib cage is doing. We're up, down through the heels, and lower, and lower. Lift up. So dig deep into that core. Imagine you're squeezing a little ball right between your knees. And lower, super controlled. Yes. Sliding bottom ribs to hips. Reach forward, find that diagonal, and then lift. 4 more. So just like we started with, we're building up. We reach on that diagonal, peel up to the ceiling. So good. Last 3. Beautiful. 2. And 1. Head's going to come down, arms are going to go up, and then we reach. The right leg out on a diagonal. Knees are in line with each other, so we're not lifting, not lowering, at least not yet. Same movement, that full sit-up, starting with that reach on the diagonal. Leg doesn't really shift too much. Try to keep those knees squeezing together. Big inhale. Exhale, we're up and up. Dig deep into that core. So good. Peel it up. 3 more. We're going 6 on each side. 3. Get that lift at the top, that little pause. Awesome work, guys. 2. Last one. Of course, we're gonna hold it. From that hold, belly's tight, lifting and long. Lower, lift. 2. 3, 4, sit up tall. 5, 6, hold. Lower down, arms out. Right foot comes down. Little rock. Beautiful work. We're gonna do that on the other side. So listen to your body here. Always an option to keep both feet down and just take another set of those full body sit-ups. Leg long, full range sit-ups. Squeeze the knees together, arms overhead. We're going for 6. Think ribs to hips, squeeze the belly. 1. You got this. Same movement, find that diagonal first. Reach forward, then sit up. You're already halfway there. 3 more, we hold, we lower, lift the leg, come on. Fluid, steady movement. It is practice here. Last one, we're gonna hold. Hold it up, pause, lower, lift. 2, hollow out the armpits, fire up the lats, sit up taller. Lift 5, lift 6, hold it, lower. Arms long, foot down, rock it. Nice job. Final movement in this series. Never going to abandon the core work. It's always core work to the end. But this is our real targeted abdominal work. So, we're going to take it into our teaser. Not really a modification, just a version of where I like to do these from. We're building both of those crunches into this lift, into this teaser. So let's start. Arms out to a T. Pinkies to the floor, thumbs to the ceiling. Right leg to table, left leg to table. So what we're gonna do, I want you to think about just wrapping your whole body up so that the center is nice and tight. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, it's one fluid movement. As you press the arms to your sides, we peel up, finding that diagonal, lifting, balancing on the tail, pause, bend the knees, open the arms. So we're not lifting, then extending. I want you to think of your body as one connected piece. Everything moves together. So let's go for 6. Press into the palms, reach through the legs, lift, hold. Beautiful. If that extension in the legs is too much, this is 2. You can hold your knees at table. 3. Like we're squeezing everything in the middle. Knees bend, extend. 4. Use that exhale. Allow it to fuel you. 5. Maybe we lift those arms a little higher. Last one. I'm gonna take a little hold at the top. Hold, let's combine it all. Drop the right leg. Lift, left, lift. lift, sit tall, right, left, right, left. Lift it taller, core nice and tight. One more, lift, lift. Roll it down, bend the knees. Rest your feet on the floor. Float your arms down to your sides. Just gonna go through a little bit of spinal articulation, more of a little bit of release, counter stretch, rather than any heavy bridge work. Pay attention to your spine. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, press your low back to the floor. Peel up. Feel that nice big stretch through the back. Pause. Inhale and then exhale. Tuck the ribs. Roll it down. Just 3 more. Lift. High loosely. And lower. Pet your dog if you need to. Lift. Or if they demand it. And lower. Last one. Hold it up. Reach your arms up. Lengthen. 3. Squeeze your butt. Push the knees together. 2. And 1. Hips down. Arms down. Great time to give yourself a little hug. Rock it out. And then maybe we rock ourselves all the way over to the right, coming into a seated position. Others. Okay. So we're going to bring it into some upper body work now. Very gentle, just finding those spaces where we can create our own resistance. So sit up tall, whatever seated position feels wonderful for you. Maybe we're crossing our legs. Maybe you're kneeling because that feels better. Or maybe your hips are tight and you're going into that butterfly or long and diamond position. I'm going to go cross-legged today. You want to kind of sit on those sit bones, tucking your tailbone so you're aiming it to the floor, tucking your ribs, opening up across those collarbones and reaching the top of your head to the ceiling. Flip your palms up. Elbows tuck into the rib cage, just working on a little bit of mobility work here. So on your exhale, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades, point those thumbs to the back of the room, and then inhale, squeeze the pinkies together. So it's super easy to just go like this. I want you to bring some mindfulness into your work. Squeeze. So we're not just opening the arms, we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, peeling the collarbones apart, flexing the biceps and triceps a little bit, squeeze it back in. I'm gonna do 4 more. Pull back. Awesome, 3. Belly pulls in, ribs pull in. 2, remember that rib cage is where we pull our stabilization from when we're moving through the upper limbs. Hold. Flex through the biceps. Keep that angle on the arms. Don't let the ribs pop out. We're gonna push out. And again, flex the biceps a little more, pull back. We're going for 8. Reach and pull. So you wanna find that place where you feel like your arms are floating and you're not really pushing through the ribs or craning through the neck, or pulling the shoulders up to get into that desired position. Shoulders down. 3. Awesome. 2. Last one. I want you to press and hold. Keep your palms up. Everything stable. Those abdominals are pulling in tight. We're doing little tiny circles. Think about your middle finger drawing tiny circles to the sides of the room. Thumb still faces back, pinky faces forward, ribs in, belly tight every time you exhale. Last 2, 1, hold, tiny circles forward. Good. I get a really nice stretch through my arms in these, depending on how tight those shoulders are, reaching through the thumbs, reaching through the fingertips. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands just to your knees. And then take a second, roll your shoulders down, pull your chest forward, lift your chin. 3, and 2, and 1. We're gonna swing it around to the side. So I'm just gonna take a little diagonal position here so you can see where we're going. And then I want you to lengthen your legs in front of you. You can always take that little Pilates V turn out. Turn your fingertips forward so that they're facing your glutes.
And then open up across the collarbones without popping your ribs out. Popping. Two different words. All right, squeeze the elbows together. Not a big range of motion on this one, guys, so really listen to your body. It is a tricep press. We're gonna bend the elbows, lower the torso, keep the elbows pointing in that same angle, press up, squeeze. Lower. Press up, squeeze. Sitting up tall, kind of like that teaser. Lower. Big flex in the triceps, big pause in your flexion. Push down into those fingertips. 3, squeeze. 2, little tuck in that chin. I caught myself looking up. Last one, press and hold. I want you to find that space where you feel flexed, where you feel strong. We're gonna take it into a reverse plank hold. So I want you to lengthen the legs, lift your hips up, and we're gonna hold for 20 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. Push them up. Open up across your collarbones, holding that flexion in your triceps, lengthening through the arms. It'll tuck in your chin, so you're almost looking down toward your thighs. Press up a little higher, squeeze the butt, squeeze the inner thighs. You got 10 seconds left. Every time you exhale, that form gets better. Those abdominals pull in. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, hips lower, arms release. Fold forward, grab your feet, bend your elbows. Good chin. So good. Let's flip it over. You got a little bit of plank work to finish off those arms. All right. I'm gonna swing around this way. You're gonna bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. And we're gonna start in our all fours position, just tucking your toes under to prepare for that connection. We reach the right leg back with those toes tucked, then the left, and we hold. Once you find that plank, keeping your body on that diagonal, if you want to take it to your knees, you can go ahead and do that. Just make sure that we're on that diagonal and you're no longer in that all fours position. All right, we start with a hold, add a little movement, and then go back to our hold. So your first 20 seconds, press up into your palms, tuck your toes, or find that best plank for you. Let's do it, hold. Every time you exhale, pull up through the belly. Think about any part of your body that's facing the floor, pulling up to the spine, up to the ceiling. Little grip in the fingertips, little spiral through the elbows, flex the feet, lift the quads, belly in, butt tight. Breathe, you've got 3, 2, and 1. We start to add a little movement. Point your toes, slide forward, flex your feet, reach back. A little bit of abdominal work here. I want you to feel those obliques. Always an option to drop down to your elbows, maybe your knees. 10 seconds, we hold one more time. When this is all over, it's only been a minute. 3, 2, hold. Find that best form. Knees can come down, but don't give up on me. You're too close. Lengthen through the neck. Reach through the heels. 10 seconds left. Go. You've got 5, 4, 3, push up 2, and 1. Knees down. Find yourself a little child's pose. And breathe. One more set here before we bring it into a little bit of leg work. We'll take it up to a standing position. We're all gonna stay on our knees this time. We're gonna bring it into a set of push-ups. If you wanna do your push-ups on your toes, that's fine. But just because it's the end of our set, I want us to really focus on that form. So hands down. We're just gonna shuffle those knees back so that you're on that long diagonal. Hips are down. You want to think about one long unbroken line from your tailbone all the way through the top of your head. Elbows come out just slightly, keeping them fairly close to the body on this set. We're gonna lower for 8. Push. No change in that spine. So if you notice you're getting a little snaky, you're dropping the chest but keeping the butt up, adjust. Feel the difference in the level of your work, in the quality of your work. 4 more. Hold at the top for a second, never a bad idea. 3. Neck is long, don't drop that head. 2. And 1. Sit it back. Beautiful. Slowly walk your hands back toward your knees. And then, as beautifully and gracefully as you can, come back to a standing position. All right, so now we're gonna focus on those legs. A little bit of balance. We're gonna try to get a little bit of 360 all around those legs, all around every little angle on your glutes today. So let's just start practicing how we stand. Anchor down through the balls of the feet. So heavy under the big toe, heavy under the little toe, heavy through your heels. And then as you find those heavy spots, start to feel your glutes engage a little bit. And then I want you to pull it up through the middle. So lifting through the arches and breathe. Turn your palms forward, maybe close your eyes. Nice big inhales, nice deep exhales. So just like we do when we lay down on the mat, I want you to think about your spine, how everything is stacked up, everything is lengthened. Imagine that string just pulling the top of your head to the ceiling. And as you feel that, you feel the obliques lengthen, you feel the ribs tuck, you feel the tailbone tuck a teeny bit, just so you've got that energy floating down the back as you tuck, lifting up the belly as you stabilize. Cool. So now, open your eyes, relax your arms at your sides. Free to take your arms wherever you'd like them to go, so you've got some good balance. Always an option to be close to a chair, a table, a wall, and we're gonna take it into our calf raises, just warming up through the legs. Pay attention to those balls of the feet. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Think about rising straight up like an elevator, rather than pushing yourself forward on a diagonal like an escalator. Up and down. Lift the belly. And down. You're going to notice you feel a little wobbly. Those are great reasons to hold at the top for an extra second. Hips in line with the knees, in line with the toes. There we go. Up and down. Again, arms wherever they serve your balance. And if you want that challenge, come down about 85% of the way. Let your heels just hover over that mat. Good. 3 more. Beautiful. I'm gonna bring it into some quad work, some balance work. Last one, give me a little hold for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Staying in that parallel position with your feet. We're gonna lift the right foot off the floor, balancing on the left leg, and just kind of resting or hovering our right toes in front of the hip, but keeping parallel. We're just gonna start with a lift up of that right knee. Soften your left leg. Left leg is working just as hard in that iso hold. Lift and lower. We're going for 8. Again, arms wherever they help your balance. Good. Last 3. Pause. I want you to feel that belly pull up. Last one, hold. Elbows out wide, hands behind your head. I want you to pull the elbows in, crunch to the knee, open, drop the toes. Scoop the belly, crunch, drop the toes. Mindful here. And drop. 3 more. And drop. 2. Ribs to hips, remember those crunches at the beginning of class. still working. So don't lose that connection to the left side body. Don't just lean, don't just flex the knee. Feel your strength, push through the heel, lift through that belly, tighten up through your glutes. All right, so now, right leg, we're gonna bring those toes out to the side, bending your knee, keeping those hip bones shining forward. Arms wherever they serve your balance. We're gonna lift and lower. So we're opening that leg out to the side. Beautiful, without shifting our hips. So we get a little deeper into that outer thigh. Table, wall, chair, whatever serves your balance here. You got 4. Strong through that standing leg, lift the belly. 3, lift. 2, lift. 1, hold it if you can. Hands go back behind the head. Elbows stay wide this time. And I want you to crunch right elbow to right knee. Tap it down. Imagine your back is sliding across a wall. Woo. So you don't want to feel like you're crunching into it. You're squeezing to the side. This is where your practice is. Belly tight, glutes tight. Tap. Last 3. All it takes is focus. 2. Press those toes. Last one. Big squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Shake it out, block it out. Do what you need to do. And we've got both of those series on the other side. So let's take left toes in front. And remember, we want to keep our feet parallel, working through that feeling of pulling up with the belly rather than muscling up with the quad. Arms go wherever we feel balanced. Let's lift. Tap lower. Maybe you don't even touch your foot to the floor. Squeezing through that right butt cheek. Lifting through the low belly. Heavy through that right foot. Last 2. So good, guys. Last one, hold. Hands behind the head, and we're gonna crunch in. We're going for 6. Think about those teasers we did laying down. Remember, arms, legs, upper, lower, move together. 3 more. Strong through the core, square through the hips. Beautiful. 2. All it is that focus. Last one. Bring it down and up. Shake it out. Good. We're going to the side. So hips stay square. Bring your knee up. Open it out. Beautiful. Soften through the right knee. Little squeeze through both butt cheeks here, lifting the belly. We take it into our lift. Exhale. Yes. Adjust. Maybe you move around a little bit. Maybe those hips come on square. All you're doing is recognizing what your body is doing and fixing it. Last 2. Last 1. This is where we get into that little balance challenge. Elbows wide, crunch, and tap. Think about the belly more than you're thinking about the legs. So squeeze belly button in. You got 3 more. I feel it in myself when I focus more on that core. Balance improves. Finish it up. Down and down. Shake it out. Soften through the feet. Just relax the arches a little bit. Soften through the knees, tuck your chin. Just taking a quick roll down. And then slowly rolling back up. Awesome. We're gonna find our Pilates V position. Heels together, toes apart. And if you're on a mat, just aim corners of the mat, not the sides of the room. Good. We want to get to a spot where we can keep our heels connected. We're going to go back into our calf raises. So big inhale. Exhale, lift to your toes. Inhale, lower. You're going to feel a big squeeze in the back of the body as you lower. This is another really good one to stop in that hover rather than slamming down to the floor every time. So think about just zipping up through the belly. Everything stays connected and engaged from the heels all the way to the navel. And then maybe even think about extending that connection to the top of your head. Good. Not worried about reps here, just going for a little time. Stay with me. If you're feeling this in your knees, you can always bring it back in a little bit closer with that external rotation. If you need to, you can always go back to parallel. But practice that controlled lift and that steady lower. It's okay to take a couple of slams down to the floor, but really start to find that focus. Maybe grab something to help with your balance, to feel it. Last two. Gorgeous. Last one. Bring it down. And we're going to keep that external rotation in the feet. Softening to your left side, so heavy on the left foot, soften the left knee. And just like we started before, we're going to bring the right toes in front of us. This time the legs stay straight. We maintain our external rotation. We're going to take 2 pulses up to the front, 2 pulses back while maintaining a tall torso. So let's lift up and up, take it back and back, up and up, back and lift up, core tight, back, back, lengthen that leg, lift the belly, squeeze the butt. Keep that external rotation. Sweep. Up. Almost there. Last 2. Last 1. Bring that foot down to the floor. We're going right to the other side on this one. Toes forward, hips square, externally rotated foot. Torso stays tall. We lift up, up, back, back, up, up, back, back. Hip stays square. So we're really just isolating. And we'll feel the difference in our next set when we do hinge that torso. Focus on lifting your belly, staying connected. As soon as you connect to those abs, you lose that feeling of trying to lean forward or lean back. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Tuck through your chin. I want you to bring your feet back to that Pilates V. And we're going to take it into a roll down in that V position. Roll it down, tuck your chin. Feel how that stretch changes in the back of your legs. 3, 2, and 1. Roll it up. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see the angles we're going for. Going back to a parallel position with the feet, softening through the knees, getting a little bit more focused right into that glute. So we'll start with the right leg back, resting on your toes. I want you to soften the left knee. Before we move the leg, we're just going to take a hinge through the torso. So inhale to hinge, exhale to rise. You got 4 of these. Heavy through the feet, lifting through the belly. 3. Again, play around with your arms. 2. Just hinging, hips are square. Last one, I want you to hold. About halfway, so that there's that long diagonal, tailbone to crown, and think about that plank on your knees. Now we're just gonna take that toe tap back. So tug the tail, lift the belly, squeeze, lower. Steady pace, don't bend that knee. Soften the left knee. Beautiful. Big squeeze. 3 more. Nice job. 9, 10 for the last one. We're gonna hold it, pulse it up. Belly keeps you balanced. Maybe those arms help. 5, square your hip. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Right to the other side. Hips are square, feet are parallel. We're just gonna tap the left toes back, soften through the right knee, and let's take it into our hinge. Just 4 to feel that connection. Find your arms. Lift the belly. Last one, halfway pause. We lift that back leg. Keeping your hips square, up, tap down. Up, tap. Big lift in the belly. Pay attention to the middle of the body. Little pause at the top if you need it. More than halfway. 4. Squeeze 3. 2. Hold. Find your balance. Find your belly. Pulse. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Walk your feet wide. Shake it out. Excellent job. Finishing up here. This is your last big amount of work before we take a couple of stretches and send you home. Bring your feet nice and wide. So just like in that Pilates V, I want you to imagine pointing your toes toward the corners of the room rather than all the way to the sides. It's beautiful if you have that flexibility, but we want to target that work. So find the corners, find that diagonal. All right, so we're gonna start just with a wide plie squat. So we're gonna sit down on our inhale, press up on our exhale. Lower. You've got 4. Big squeeze at the top. Keep those knees out wide. 2. And 1. Hold the legs straight. We're finding our wide calf raise. Up and down. Steady pace. Up and down. You know the drill. Get something that can help you with your balance if you need it. Shoulders down and back. You're doing awesome. It's okay to wobble a little bit. Find your core to find that stability. 4. Beautiful. 3. 2. And 1. You know we're not done yet. 1 final push. Squat up into that calf raise. So I'll show you. Sit it down. As you stand, we pop it to the toes. So sit it down. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Pop to the quads. We got this. We're going for 8. 7. 6. You can always 5. Pick 1 and do another set. 4. Big squeeze at the top. 3. 2. And 1. So good. We're going to take a little stretch from here. We're going to take a tiny step back. Sit it down into that wide squat. And this time, when your hands release to the floor, walk it out into a plank. Once you're here, keep those feet wide. Keep your butt down. Bend your knees to your armpits. Crawl back deeper. So if you're noticing that you're not coming down to your heels, walk your feet wide. Keep your butt low, tuck your knees in. Sit it up. One more. Hold it here and stand all the way up. Awesome. So what we're going to do is just turn so that we're facing the side of the room. All 10 toes are facing in the same direction, and our feet are hip width apart. So a little stretch for the back body, for the calf. I want you to hinge forward, push down through that back heel, and rise up. So if you're not feeling a big stretch in that calf through the back leg, take a tiny step back. We're going for 4 more. Rise up. Neck in line with the spine, just because I caught myself dropping my head. 3. Think about reaching the top of your head forward, hamstrings and calves. 2. Last one, I want you to reach as long as you can, and then fold over that leg, tuck your chin, reach down through both heels, square the right hip, lift the belly, 3, 2, 1. Stay low. I'm just gonna pivot those feet and turn to the other direction. Awesome. Rise up. Take a look, maybe you adjust your feet to go back to a hip width distance. Hands go wherever they feel best for you, for your balance. And we hinge. So anchor down through the back foot. Super important for that calf stretch. Both legs are straight. Hinge to parallel. Pull up through the belly. Reach. Lift. 2 more. Last one. Hinge. Reach as long as you can and then fold over that leg. Push down through the heel. Square that left hip. 3, 2, 1. Again, keep that forward fold. Walk it through center. And then heel toe those feet back in to a parallel. Tuck your chin, grab your elbows. Little rock side to side. Feeling that stretch spiral up your legs. Pause in the middle. Release your arms to the floor. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, feel that lift in the belly first. Tuck your chin. Roll it all the way up. Big shoulder roll at the top. Turn your palms forward, lift your chin, lift your chest. Reach the arms up. And you guys are all done today. Awesome work. Make sure if you found this video on YouTube, you are subscribed to our channel. We will continue to upload new videos, especially Mat Pilates. If you have any questions, find us at TriCoreFit.com. Thanks.